Hey everybody, it's Jonathan White here with Riley Gentris, aka ReiLife. Man, how you doing today?
Oh, we're living it up in the Duval, 904. How's everyone doing up in UNF, JU, everyone up on YouTube, watching this on John's YouTube. How you guys doing? My name's ReiLife, or you can call me Riley. It really doesn't matter to me. I just hope you guys like my music.
So, Riley, being an up-and-coming artist in the greater Jacksonville area, can you take us through what that journey's been like for you so far?
Yeah, it's been pretty interesting. I mean, I've always known I loved music because I was put into dance classes at like 3 years old, and then through that I learned how to do rhythm and beat and everything. But then as I got older, I got my taste in music, so I was listening to Notorious B.I.G., Eminem, like all the old school boys at first because of Pandora. But then I started getting into the modern day stuff, so now it's like Juice WRLD, Mac Miller, all of them. And that's where I really fell in love with how hip hop works. And I've always kind of wanted to try it, and it was just one day it just came across my way. I could go into the studio and record, so I took the chance, and here we are now. A year later. It's literally been 1 year since I've started, so this is honestly awesome that I'm getting an interview and everything. This is crazy.
So a year into this now, and you've been working hard at it, you're in the studio recording. What's been a moment where you've had the realization that all your hard work's kind of paying off right now?
Well, when I first came out of high school, I only had like 800 followers on Instagram, and then like it never really grew or anything until I started actually making music. That's when I actually started projecting myself up on that social media platform, and it's now grown over 1,000. So it's most of these people that are now recently been following me. They've been following my music, and that's where it's kind of been aware to me that I'm doing something right. Like that just doesn't happen usually for most people. Like they'll make a song and everything, and it might teeter out, whatever, but this has just been a consistent growth, and I knew if I keep on working at it, my audience is just going to keep on getting bigger, and so that's where we at now.
So what would you say is the biggest tool in getting your audience bigger?
A lot of it is marketing and networking, and when you first get into music, the first thing that anybody will tell you is the hardest part is not making the song. That's pretty much like 30% of the work. The hardest part is getting it out there and getting people to listen to it, because it's not every day that you'll listen to a new artist. You'll probably listen to a Juice WRLD song when it first drops or whatever, and you'll listen to Mac Miller or even Adele. Like you'll listen to her too, like when she drops music, because she is a certified artist. But as for me, you don't know anything about me, so like you're kind of taking a risk when you're listening to my music. You don't know what you're going to get out of it. You're not going to know if you're going to really like the sound or not. So it's honestly a blessing when people do take the chance and they actually like it. And so I love hearing the feedback from all that. It's honestly beautiful.
So tell us more about your sound. What genre would you place yourself in at the moment?
I have like a very pop sound. Like people have compared me to Kid Leroy, but they've also given me Mac Miller. Like I have Mac Miller like times, and somebody has told me I sound like Juice WRLD, or like my sound style was like Juice WRLD. And I guess that's where a lot of my influence comes from, was because I grew up in that age where in high school those were the artists out, and so like I just fell in love with each one of those artists. And I guess a lot of my sound comes from that influence. It's very nice. Like that's what I love to listen to, and that's where I'm trying to get my sound to sound like. And yeah.
So what's been your favorite song to record so far? Like what gave the best memories so far to you?
How Does It Feel was a very song that like it touched me spiritually and like emotionally in here, because when I wrote it, I was reflecting back on myself. And in the hook, I say, how does it feel knowing that you're all alone? Because most of my life I felt pretty alone. Like I felt like most people didn't understand me. And I always thought that was a curse, but it turned out that was more of a blessing than anything, because I really got to be in touch with myself and know who I am at the end of the day. And I feel like a lot of people, don't have that experience or have the option if they always, hanging out with people. They never like to be alone. It's because they're maybe afraid to figure out who they actually are. And I feel like it's a good thing to actually be alone, because that's when you find yourself, and maybe that's when you find the love, passion that, where you actually get up and you're excited in the morning to actually wake up because you get to spend another day on earth and doing what you love. That's the most important thing about it.
So would you say music's kind of always been your passion?
I would say that. I've talked about it and like, you know, just talking out of my hat about, oh, I want to be an artist one day, I want to be a music artist and everything. You know, most kids always have that dream, but to actually pursue it and to actually put yourself through it and through the highs and lows of it, I think it's a good outlet for me. It's a really good outlet to express myself, and I feel like you don't get a lot of that anymore. You don't get a lot of chances to express yourself, you know? So if you can find that outlet, take it and run with it all the way.
So you talk about expression. So who is Riley Gentges?
Riley Gentges is a kid from the 904, you know, good-hearted kid. I made mistakes in my life. I feel like everyone has made mistakes in our life. I mean, we were talking about earlier, like, you can't really name anybody that's not made a mistake. And, you know, you can, at the end of the day, all you can do is just ask for forgiveness and then just admit to yourself that you're human. And so I guess I'm just as human as everybody else, you know?
Indeed you are, man. You're just living the dream, I see.
Always. Always.
Well, you've been a pleasure to have on here, man. I want to talk to you any other time, man. Let's do some more of this.
Oh,
kick
sure
it back.
Thank you for having me, man.
It don't even have to be nothing formal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So when can we expect another project to drop?
Right now I'm working on an album called Party Animal, but this month I have a song called Misunderstood. It's dropping March 20th, and then I have a show at the 1904 Music Hall on March 27th. So if you want to catch me out there, you can find tickets on myafton.com/ReiLife. Or you can just go to 1904 and you can pay the door cost, which is like $15. But if you want to buy online, you can get it for $10. So you can buy through me, you know?
Hey, you heard it here first, man. Well, this is Jonathan White. Pleasure having you, ReiLife, man. You're welcome back here anytime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it's Jonathan White. It's been a pleasure having Riley on today. It's been a joy to be around. One of the best people I've gotten to talk to, man. I wish you all the best in your career.
Thank you so much for the interview, man. This has helped me so much, man.
It's good to hear that.
Thank you, man. Hey, peace out, y'all. Hey, give him that man an A. Give that man an A.
Hey, he said it, not me.